Sri Anandamayi Ma ki Jai. One is unable to achieve God if one does not lead a disciplined life. Just like a student who goes to school or college has to lead a disciplined life, even so, a devotee should spend a disciplined life. The student cannot go to any other place on the way to the school because otherwise one will not be able to reach the school on time. In this way, they too have to set the timing in their life and go accordingly. They have to draw a schedule and stick to it. They plan that they will be in the school from this hour to this hour, will read at home in these hours, etc. And once they schedule the program, they cannot deviate from it. So even the student life is a disciplined one and they cannot do without it. Similarly, for those who go to the office, there is a rule. There is a discipline in their life too. They are told that they should reach their office at a fixed hour and must start their work by such as such time. There are rules prescribed regarding their leaves, etc., and they have to abide by them. So, even in worldly affairs, there is a rule, there is a discipline, and they have to bring that discipline in their life if they want to succeed. Then, why that discipline should not be there in the way of achieving God? Yogis practice yoga. Why? So that the God who is in them in the form of yogi is manifest to them. So if you want that your way of achieving God who is in the form of discipline should open to you, you should lead a disciplined life. That is why I say that whatever your spiritual teacher has given to you, take the help of it and try to keep it all the time. If you keep it all the 24 hours, you will prepare the ground. You will complete the preparation for the takeoff. Like a child, whatever training you give, it becomes that. One who has been trained in a police force works as a policeman. Who has been trained to be a professor becomes a professor. The person who has got training to be an engineer becomes an engineer, and so on. That means when a person is given training in a particular line and one keeps on practicing in that line, then one becomes expert. And why have these rules been introduced? They have been introduced so that the person may go beyond these rules. There is one special thing. If a person does not take some time out of 24 hours, when one can enter into one's own self, if one does not try to approach that self once a day, one will not be able to fulfill the daily routine in a good way. When we sleep at night, the self goes into the self. The self is established in the self. That is why we say we had a good sleep yesterday. We greatly enjoyed our sleep. Why is it so? Just because the self was in the self and it has no knowledge of the outer world. Similarly, if a person does not have some time out of 24 hours and does not enter into the self, does not go to God who is within, one will not be able to do the daily work. Therefore, it is the duty of a man to give some time to think of oneself and God. It is necessary that one should follow the advice of one's guru and sit for meditation daily without fail. Who knows at what time one may have a contact with divine? Therefore, sit for meditation regularly. Try to remember God all the time. Try to be engrossed in divine dhyan. Everyone should know the importance of meditation and do it regularly so that one is successful in one's daily duties. Sri Anandamayi Ma ki Jai.